against the cage.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the co-main event of the evening. This fight is brought to you by Origos. Tämän ottelun tarjoaa Origos painamalla parasta.
The 31-year-old Estonian Sten, the gentleman Saaremäe, is a relentless grinder and a cardio machine. Saaremäe's biggest weapons are his crisp boxing, wrestling, fight IQ, and ability to create effective game plans and successfully execute them.
Võitlejana olen ma vastupidav ja jäärapäine. Ma eelistan oma matšidest püstivõitlust, kuid maadlus ei ole minu jaoks kuidagi võõras.
The 38-year-old Swedish-Chilean Fernando El Toro Flores is a true all-around veteran of the sport with experience ranging over 10 years of fighting. Flores is an excellent grappler with effective takedowns and an aggressive fighting style.
Som fighter är jag en fighter som verkligen ger allt och vi vill vinna. Och den här matchen kommer utspela sig samma sak. Jag är här för att vinna mot Sten. Min motståndare är en väldigt bra alltså en stand-up kille och jag tänker att det här blir en underhållande match med mycket teknik och med fartfyllda kombinationer.
Minu vastane tundub olevat väga tore tüüp Rootsist. Ma tean, et tal on suur perekond ja isegi sel laupäeval on ta ühel pojal sünnipäev. Ma soovin talle edu matšiks ja kohtume puuris. Oma vastasest olen ma kindlasti parem püstivõitluses, kuid ma näen, et ka maadlusolukorrad suudan ma kindlasti pöörata enda kasuks.
Jag ser mig själv bättre än Sten att jag har mycket erfarenhet och jag är en fighter som kan ta fighten på olika ställen och där jag har sett det finns lite luckor. Hur matchen kommer gå vet jag inte riktigt än, men det enda jag kan säga är att min hand kommer vara den segrande ur den här striden och det kommer vara en fight.
Ma arvan, et see matš lõpeb enne matši lõpukella ja mina väljun sellest matšist võitjana.
Both fighters are true warriors with endless seeming gas tanks, never given attitudes, and all-around grinding skills. Here we go! Sten Saaremäe versus Fernando Flores.
To the blue corner, Fernando Flores!
Welcome back from the intermission, and what a hell of a way to be welcome back from intermission. We have Fernando Flores making the walk to the blue corner tonight. The number 4 ranked in Northern Europe, Aleksi, the one and only Aleksi Toivonen is here with me. What an exciting matchup.
I'm very excited for this fight. Flores is an absolute grinder. Pressure for days, walks forward, throws heavy puncher, decent wrestling, but he can go for the shot to the legs constantly again and again and again until he gets the takedown, gets top position, and also has a dangerous dart choke game.
Relentless pacing, you know, he comes in incredible shape. The man is an adrenaline junkie, just furiously interested in challenging himself and putting himself in, you know, brutal sometimes situations, including, for instance, in some of his last fights. Even despite having, you know, the grappling acumen, he wants to swing. He wants to just go wild.
And everything, the whole fight week, and even in this moment, you can see he's living for this stuff. He's really enjoying fighting. That's what he wants to do, and that's why he is still competing and proving that he's one of the top fighters in the Nordics.
Yeah, number 4 in the Nordics, that is nothing to scoff at. But he's going to have his hands absolutely full tonight when the gentleman Sten Saaremäe makes his walk to the cage.
To the red corner, Sten Saaremäe!
Let's go. You don't even wanna love you. That golden touch. Time to light it up. Let's go. Get ready for it. Get ready for it. Let's go. Get ready for it. Yeah, this is it. Yeah, this is it.
The gentleman Sten Saaremäe makes the walk to the cage, to the red corner, bearing the Estonian flag on his shoulders. The number 9 ranked, if I'm not mistaken, fighter in Northern Europe at his weight class. This is an impeccable matchup. You have the gentleman versus a wild man, and I could not be more excited. Saaremäe has fantastic boxing skills.
And
Very underrated.
Sten is a massive crowd favorite here at Cage and in Finland overall, kind of like an adopted Finn. He fought a lot of Finnish fighters, made his way all the way to Cage main event, became a massive crowd favorite, and nowadays represents O3 Fight Team, which is a Finnish-led professional team. So he's very tightly connected to Finland and to Cage, and he's an excellent boxer, can grind, cardio for days. This is a very, very intriguing fight that he's fighting. Even though he's coming off of 2 tight split decision losses, he's fighting up the rankings against Fernando Flores.
Absolutely, and you know, those were razor thin, very close and contentious decisions. So if things had gone slightly differently, he might be making the walk 8-1 to the UFC octagon. Here we have the tail of the tape and a noticeable 13-centimeter reach advantage for the gentleman Sten Saaremäe, who comes in at 7 years the junior of Fernando Flores. As I mentioned, 6'3" record for Sten Saaremäe to 9-9 of Fernando Flores, but if it had been just a little bit different on either of those 2 nights, we might be seeing a very different record for Sten Saaremäe, who represents O3 Fight Team here tonight.
In the blue corner, fighter with a professional record of 9 wins and 9 losses, weighing 66.1 kilos. From Sweden, Fernando Flores! Fighting out the red corner, fighter with a professional record of 6 wins and 3 losses, weighing 66.1 kilos, representing 03 Fight Team from Estonia, Sten the Gentleman Saaremäe!
Listen to that crowd roar for Sten Saaremäe. I know a thing or 2 about being an adopted Finn, and I can tell you, he's definitely amping that crowd up.
Protect yourself at all times. Okay, you can still touch gloves.
And you know, it's hard, Alexei, not to like El Toro. The style, the flair, the aggression, hell of a fighter. This is a hell of a matchup.
Agreed.
Ready, fight!
Quick touch of gloves, and these 2 are already into the action. Hard jabs from both men exchanged, and a leg kick lands there early for Sten Saaremäe. Brutal one return from Flores. This pace is already blistering. Oh, hard right hand lands from Flores. Saaremäe looking at low kick early.
Yeah, Sten is constantly going for the calf kick, and those are the kind of attacks that pay dividends later on in the fight. But Flores is pushing forward very well, very aggressive with his punching early on.
Just missed with that big overhand right. You're going to want to see Saaremäe work that lead leg, I would think, with those low calf kicks in order to avoid those heavy punches landing from Flores. Am I wrong here?
No, you're completely right. Sten needs to react when he's leaving his lead hand hanging when Flores swings that right hand. He needs to get that hand up while he's circling to the power, or circle away from the power hand.
Yeah, circling towards that power hand is very dangerous. Has me a little bit concerned here. Flores swinging leather. Furious punches. That's horrifying. Saaremäe gets that leg caught, but catches him on the chin with one or two clean ones.
Oh, man.
Short punches there, but staying busy. Saaremäe going to work with that jab. And a right hand of his own. Good hard calf kick. Ooh, and again. Can't eat too many of those.
Yeah, definitely. Even though they might not look a lot now, but once you keep landing those like round after round, they'll definitely make it harder to put your weight on the lead leg. So it makes it harder for the shots or even to throw power punches.
Yep. Saaremäe is unfazed by the humongous shots that Flores has been throwing at him, and that's impressive. You know,
even Flores, that landed on the shoulder, but even if Flores is wild, he's pushing forward very well and punching from awkward positions.
That uppercut, I think, gave Flores pause. Oh, big winging punch from Flores as well. The pace appears, though, to have slowed. That output, you haven't seen so many of those big shots from Flores, just as he just blasts forward with a good kick to the body. That jab going to work on the face of Saaremäe. Flores pushing forward, wanting to make this a war and doing a fantastic job of it early. Ooh, hard leg kick lands.
As expected, both guys are throwing a lot of volume, like very high paced. Oh, good uppercut from Sten.
Fantastic, and
again.
another. It looked like Saaremäe faked with some kind of touch to the leg there, as if it were going to take him down and then blast him with that uppercut. Good jab there and a hard kick from Flores. Oh, what a fight. Short time left here in round one. These two have been all action here tonight. Good right hand snuck in there from Saaremäe.
I think Sten has gotten the timing a little bit of at least the big right hand from Flores, or Flores hasn't thrown it that much. But I haven't seen the big landings that we had in the beginning. Both guys are throwing the jab. I'd like to see either one like move the head a little bit to the side when going in with the jab, because they're landing a lot at the same time, and it's an easy, not easy, but it's an opportunity to capitalize.
Sten definitely appears to be, defensively sound there, keeping those elbows in tight to the body and keeping those hands up. You need it, because you cannot take big shots like that from Fernando Flores. too dangerous, too fast, too strong.
Steve, who would you give the first round to?
I give that one to the fans because that was a hell of a war, and I want more, and I want more now. I can't even wait the full minute. My heart's pounding.
Both guys landed good shots.
Heart rate up.
You have a monitor on you?
Yeah, of course I do.
Damn.
Sitting at 74.
That's some professional level commentating.
60.
But both guys landed good shots. I think I'd have to give Flores a slight edge in the round, especially with the early aggression and landing a little bit heavier.
You know, he did land heavy, but those uppercuts from Sten, they were sneaky. And I think one of them really did give a little taste of metal in the mouth of Fernando Flores. But fantastic fight. And I want more now. Good thing round 2 starts right this minute. Saaremäe putting on a good pace. Fernando Flores just blazing forward. This is fantastic. Good right hand sneaks through.
Sten has landed 2 crisp right hands at the beginning of this round.
Flores with the takedown. Able to get the legs, get his hands together, trying to put Saaremäe all the way to the mat. Let's see if he's able to. Saaremäe going to work, man. Legs elevated, doesn't care. Oh, good shot over the shoulder.
Sten is doing the right thing, getting the elbow in. Now he should turn his back against the cage and stand all the way up to break the lock of Fernando Flores.
You know, that nickname, El Toro, is well earned. He just blasts forward, throwing everything in the kitchen sink. Those shots over the shoulder are loud. I don't know if they're hitting clean, but that doesn't sound so fun.
Okay.
Bit of a stalemate here, but it's up to Sten to improve the position for sure. Alexei, what would you like to see him do here?
I think he needs to break the lock. Flores is really well now. Now Sten got his hands free, but he needs to stand all the way up. He can't stay on one knee here.
Yeah, nor would I want to, because if that left hand decides that it wants to find a place on...
Now Sten is doing the right thing. But like I said, Flores is a dangerous Darce choke game, and he's switching to front headlock, so Sten has to be really careful here. Fight the hands and stand all the way up.
Flores is a very dangerous man. Strong grappler. He puts his striking on display, but very, very good offensively, as you said, with that. He's got the leg, maybe looking for a high crouch.
If he wants to lift, he needs to get his hip a little bit more closer to Sten. Sten was controlling with the shin, and he has the underhook on the opposite side, slapping and trying to maintain the distance. The distance control is key here. If Flores can step his right leg between Sten's leg, he has a lift there. But now, like as you can see, Sten is trying to block the outside leg, and now Flores lets go of the position.
Yeah, but a lot of positional control there, and you got to think that that's important to the judges.
Yes, definitely.
Good jab
If
from Sten.
If Sten wants to win this round, he needs to make something happen.
Yeah, absolutely. Fernando Flores putting on a beautiful performance here, but so is Sten Saaremäe. Moving towards the power hand is an interesting strategy. Not necessarily one I might employ. What might be the logic there, Alex?
Nothing. He shouldn't circle to the right hand, especially when Flores is throwing it so aggressively. The only thing I can come up with is if he would try to bait it out, so Flores throws it and then counter attack after. So by circling there, he's baiting Flores to throw. but now Flores is making it a very dirty, like a dog fight. So he's forcing Sten to fight at his pace and forcing all the exchanges. And you can see Sten's movement has slowed.
I think a dog fight though suits Sten Saaremäe just fine.
Yeah, but Sten has good timing on his right hand, but
there you see it again.
So, and he's landing, but it's not having the desired effect on Flores.
No, Flores has a hell of a chin on him, as you can see already. And Saaremäe does too. He takes another big one over the top and forces Flores to the cage. Probably too little too late in order to try and win that round though, however. There you have it. Another violent and glorious round in the books.
Yes, action-packed round. Both guys had some parts of success, but I have to give that round to Flores too. I have Flores up 2-0, so Sten really has to make something happen. I think the smart move here would be to completely switch it up and try to go for a takedown on Sten's part. Try to switch it up, break the pace completely, go for a takedown, and try to capitalize on the grappling exchanges. Because even when he's landing on Flores, he's not getting the effect that he needs to sway the judges or to finish the fight.
Right. Saaremäe, to my understanding, is a purple belt, if I'm not mistaken, in Brazilian jiu-jitsu. So I wonder, how does his grappling acumen stack up against that of Fernando Flores? If you take him down and you're 2 rounds down, it might not be enough if you can't get him out of there.
Sten is a decent wrestler. He has good takedowns. He has out-grappled Ville Monkinen, who we saw previously.
Sure.
So Sten has a strong grappling game. It may not be his best game, but he can definitely go to that.
Absolutely, but if he's not able to submit Flores, and he could very well be down 2 rounds,
Yeah, the other chance is, like you said, the uppercut is landing beautifully to sneak that in and try to get a finish, try to get a knockout.
A dangerous plan, but a plan nonetheless.
But he needs to do something to change the pace of this fight.
Unquestionably.
The calf kick, he's landing beautifully, but same thing, not the desired effect.
Ooh, hard kick to the body there. Looks to land for Fernando Flores. Fernando Flores, once more, El Toro's him to the cage.
Yeah, he got his hands connected.
Drags him down. Looking to lock up those legs. Saaremäe not having it. Saaremäe able to get a little bit of distance, see if he can go back to work with his boxing. Fighting with urgency.
Oh, great right hand.
Nails him with that right hand, absolutely. Oh, and again! But Fernando Flores, nothing lost in the eyes there. Still just as crisp, just as focused. Flores likes that overhand right. Looks like that kick landed on the knee to me, but can't quite be sure. Huge wing and punch there.
And you can hear Sten's corner. Even my Estonian is not the best, but you can still hear Sten's corner yelling to put the hand up when Flores throws the looping right hand.
It's that elbow guard a little bit there. Just, oh.
Good counter from Sten.
And another shot. Takes him to the fence, dumps him down. One half down, one half left to go in this third and final round of our co-main event of the evening. all action here through the first 2 rounds and most of this third between Sten Saaremäe and Fernando Flores. Oh, big shot there. Fernando Flores just doesn't stop throwing big shots.
Yeah, and he can take a punch.
Yeah.
Sten has landed a bunch of beautiful uppercuts, intercepting jabs, but to no effect. Like Flores just keeps coming forward, standing there like a bull, El Toro.
Yeah, those intercepting jabs and those uppercuts have both been beautiful, but you know, probably not enough to take any of these 3 rounds yet. Oh, that one looked to maybe have unfocused the eyes a little bit. Sten going offensive with the grappling now.
I think with 1 minute left, Sten might need a finish here, so might be a mistake to engage in a clinch with 1 minute left.
I would agree with that assessment, Alex. Maybe a break and an elbow over the top.
Yeah, Sten needs to disengage and throw. Try to get the finish.
Yeah.
Try to go for a knockout.
You put that much more eloquently. That front headlock position. Flores drags him to the mat.
I think Flores is going for an anaconda. At least he has the grip. Well, we'll see if he has the energy to actually try and pull this off.
And I just saw a drop of blood hit the mat, I think. Which is not something you want to see if you're Saaremäe. Looking down at the mat, feeling tired, and seeing drops of your own blood hit the canvas. And there you have it, 3 action-packed rounds between Sten Saaremäe and Fernando Flores. 2 fighters in the top 10 of Northern Europe. Fernando Flores, number 4, El Toro, really applied some blistering big shots and a lot of pressure. Saaremäe cracked with those intercepting jabs and those gorgeous right uppercuts.
And look at the respect between the 2 athletes.
Of course, I mean, 2 of the best in their region to do it. Nothing but love and respect between these 2, and you love to see it because that was a hell of a fight.
As always with Sten Saaremäe, every time the man steps in the cage, it's all action-packed.
Same thing with Flores, you know, he belts out brutal shots, and look at him dancing. Just a fantastic matchmaking. Saaremäe drapes his country's cloth over his shoulders. Nothing to be ashamed about in that performance for either man.
Check it out, I'm the CAXN, the OVA, and the registers FLY. You see, I go by the code of the doctor of the mix. These reasons I'll tell you why. You see, I'm 6'1" and I'm Jones, I'm born, and I guess to a G. You see, I got more clothes than Muhammad Ali, and I
both guys can't help but dance to this song.
I got 2 big cars, I definitely beat the whack. I got a big
Oh, and now we got ourselves a dance off.
As stated before, these guys have cardio for days, so if you can dance after 3 rounds like that, what can't you do?
Hey, I'm tired just watching them dance, like, let alone the fight.
They're taking a long time with the decision.
Yeah, that's a tough one. I mean, look, there are arguments to be made that Sten snuck in that first round, and perhaps even that last. I mean, it's tough. A draw could, you know, be merited. I don't know. What do you think?
In my eyes, I gave it to Flores. I think 3rd round, Sten landed the crisper and sharper shots, so I think there's an argument there, but we'll see. I'm not a judge.
Yeah,
I'm not a judge, bro.
Yeah. We can judge it this way. It was good for the fans.
100%.
100%.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 full rounds, we have the justice scorecard for the decision. The first referee scored the fight 29-28 Saaremäe. The second judge scored the fight 27-30 Flores. Third judge scored the fight 28-29 and winner by split decision Fernando El Toro Flores!
I think that was a 30-27 scorecard, slightly misread, but yeah, fantastic fight and incredible performance from both guys. I will never not watch when either of these two men enters the cage.
Agreed. A tough third split decision in a row for Sten Saaremäe, so he really needs to make some changes during the summer, but I still hope we get to see him maybe in September or November at the cage again, because he does put on an exciting fight every single time he enters the cage.
And he only drops very close decisions. Let's hear what Fernando Flores has to say about his performance here tonight.
Fernando, congratulations, that was a tough one. 3 full rounds, but victory is yours.
Yeah, it feels amazing. Thank you, Helsinki, for all the love I got from here. I feel so proud to be here and can fight for you. It's for a sportman and for a father. Just show the sport what it's all about. And Sten is a very classy opponent, and we talked and I told him this is what the sport is all about. Respect.
Exactly. I totally agree with you. That was an explosive stand-up fight and between two really talented and great fighters. And Sten seemed to use the reach and the distance against you, but you still kept going. How did it feel?
I feel very good. You know, before the fight, I prepare in my head with my family, situation in the life, where I am at the sport now, that I can oversee people that don't believe in me, that I can be here. Now in Helsinki, as a main event, co-main event, I'm here showing my sport and for Umeå. Thank you.
We believe in you. Congratulations.
Kiitos, everybody.
Fernando Flores.
Fernando Flores made Umeå proud tonight. Absolutely fantastic performance. Very, very game fighter. And honestly, just a pleasure to watch.